Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, everyone fine. Thank you very much. So what's the plan for our today's session? Okay. Thank you. Let's stop the chat. So what's the plan for today's session? Email integration. Okay, so we'll learn how can we integrate email to Jenkins. Triggering the job periodically. We have learned how to trigger the job based on the changes done in the remote repository, SCM repository. Okay, but client sometimes wants to trigger the job periodically, let's say once in every 1 day or once in every specific interval. So how can we trigger the job periodical? That's point. Next step, waiting for the approval from the delivery head. Your job should wait for the approval from the delivery head before moving into production. So these are the 3 things to be pending from our Jenkins. So this is what I want to discuss in our today's session. So let's do that. So before getting into the practicals, yes, Muthusavi, how are you?
Just want to ask you, actually, on that last weekend, Vijay, I think Vijay Narayana, what is his name? He was giving us a demo. Actually, in that, he was showing that, the end part. Actually, after we configure the CE/CD, the jobs were running. He was showing a pictorial representation. Am I right?
Okay.
He went to manage Jenkins and then he added something like that, so that so we have seen the flow actually.
Okay.
Will we be covering that actually? What is that?
No,
Because
that is not covered. Okay, that's completely
okay.
his project explanation. Okay.
No, it was one of the option. Am I right, Sunil? Actually, they were just he was just showing. He went to manage Jenkins and then he was installed something so that once he deployed the jobs, actually CI/CD
That is
pipeline. It
build
was
pipeline. This is build pipeline view he has created.
view
We
he
already
has created.
that is nothing but what we are learning. What we have experienced in the pipeline, the view build. We also have done the same, install the same pipeline plugin.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Okay, sure. Okay.
Please drop your hand, Swami. Amol. Please drop your hand, Muthuswami, once you're done with asking the question. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Sunil.
Good evening. Good evening, Amol.
Good evening, Sunil.
Yep.
Sunil, I have a question regarding the master slave configuration.
Yes.
I followed all the steps, but while copying slave data jar from master,
it was not working.
Yeah.
You're unable to download the slave.jar file from the master machine to slave machine.
Yeah, it says
Maybe at that time, the Jenkins is not running in the master machine. Okay. Jenkins should fully up and running in the master machine. So what you do, go to master machine, again start the Jenkins. Okay. And then try to trigger the download slave.jar file immediately so that it gets downloaded. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We'll try it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Please drop your hand, Amol. Sukumar.
Hi, Sunil. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks, Sunil.
Okay.
Yeah, just have one basic question, Sunil. In Jenkins, you have created a different view for developer tester, right? So is it something
not different
similar
views? It is different roles.
Different roles. Yeah. Sorry. So is it some similar we have in AWS as well, like prod, QA, and dev instance, 3 instance, right? So everybody will have a same access in the team, or based on
no. For example, no. Dev is for developers. So developers will have access to dev instance, and QS will not have access to dev instance. Okay, they don't need to do that. Okay, and then QS will have access to testers will have access to QA instance. Okay.
So
And
this
so
will be
developer
everything will be coordinating by DevOps, or who will do this all this coordination?
operations team will do it. You don't need to worry. That's a pretty simple
Oh.
access. Giving the access to instances level, that's not at all a problem. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So that
Okay.
is not at all a problem, Sukumar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So all the three machines are running. Let's connect to dev instance. Copying the SSH command. Sorry. Desktop. There was a key pair on it. Jenkins 9 KP. Desktops in a folder file. Okay. Email integration in Jenkins. Okay. In case if a job fails, we need to send notification to a particular email address. It could be tester, it could be developer, whoever is the concerned person related to that particular job. He needs to know that the job has been failed. Because he will not manually trigger the jobs. You have got to know by this point that jobs will not be triggered manually. Jobs will be triggered automatically. When jobs triggers automatically, we will never monitor the Jenkins server. So that triggers automatically, but as we have to receive notifications from the jobs when a job is getting failed. So for this, what we have to do, obviously, we need to integrate Jenkins to simple mail transfer protocol, SMTP server. Okay. Now I want to integrate. Now I want to integrate Gmail SMTP servers because I want to integrate. I want to receive email address to my Gmail, email to my Gmail. Okay. Let's say if you want your Gmail Jenkins to be integrated to your own corporate email ID, so you need to receive this SMTP server details and port number. Okay, from the operations team. Okay, so fine. So let us now integrate with the Gmail server. Okay. Gmail SMTP server name is smtp.gmail.com. Okay. So if you want, you can search for Gmail SMTP server in Google. smtp.gmail.com. smtp.gmail.com. Okay. And the port number runs on 465. Okay, Gmail uses port number 465. Okay, so all these details I got it, and then let's learn how can we integrate. Okay, I want to integrate Gmail. Okay, so let's log into Jenkins. We already have logged in. Manage Jenkins. Configure system. Under configure system, you have email notification. Email notification. Scroll down here at the bottom, you'll find email notification. Here you have to provide the details. SMTP server will be smtp.gmail.com. Click on advanced button. Use SMTP authentication. Username is the username. This is from when email is sent to a development team. This is something like a from address, from which email address you want to send it. Okay, so this is from email address, and we need to provide the corresponding password for this Gmail address. Use SSL. SMTP port should be 465. Okay, these details are enough. Test configuration by sending an email. Okay. So I want to test the configurations by sending an email. To which email address I want to set as the configurations? To any email you can mention. So let's say I mention the same email address. Click on test configuration. It will check is using all these details are correct or not by sending a test mail to this particular email address. Okay. So we should get success message. We are not getting a success message. Okay. Two things you need to do from your Gmail point of view to receive email from Jenkins. Okay. What are the two things you need to do is go to your Gmail address. This is your Gmail address which you're planning to receive your email, right? So Sunil DevOps 77. Critical security alert. The sign in was blocked. Your Gmail is blocking Jenkins. Your Gmail is blocking Jenkins. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to allow less secure apps as on. Okay. So that is in your Google account settings. Go to manage your Google account. Security. There's an option called less secure app. You have to turn on. Okay, so I am allowing less secure apps to access my Gmail. That's first thing. And then you have to disable CAPTCHA. Okay. And then click on continue. Allow access to your Google account. Account has been enabled. Okay, so these are the two things you have to disable it. And now let's test it one more time. There is a Jenkins. Yes. I have allowed less secure app and I'm disabling CAPTCHA. Because of this, I'm testing the configuration one more time. We should be able to get this one. It will take some time. Okay, for this to get updated. I will try one more time. It's time to test by sending an email. I think we have provided all the details. It will take some time. Let's refresh. Disabling CAPTCHA, allow secure apps. All this will take some time for the get updated. Go to manage Jenkins, configure global security. Configure system, not configure global security. Scroll down, email. Let me enter the details one more time. Password for this. Okay. One minute. Okay. So let's wait. We have saved the details. I think we already have disabled the CAPTCHA. I want to try one more time. Okay. Okay. So let's create a simple job and let's check, are we able to receive emails from the job? I'm creating a new job. In Jenkins. Name of the job, fine. Job 1, it's a freestyle project. Okay. Go to build step, build tab, add build step, execute shell, just writing a simple echo statement. Okay. Next, if this job fails, if this job will not fail, so because it was successfully correct as per the syntax, so let's make a mistake. So I'm writing some spelling mistake here. Click on apply and I post build actions. In the post build action, you have an option of email integration, email notification for specific job. Okay, so and I mentioned the email notification as okay, send an email for every unstable build. Okay, so let's have a stable build first. Apply, save, go back and run the job. Job will execute for the first time. I think it is stable. Let's make it unstable by wantedly making an error. Apply, save, as it is an unstable build now. Yes, you can write. It's an unstable build here. Second iteration was an unstable build. It has been failed. We should receive an email from the Jenkins. Build failed. Are you able to see? Build failed, my dear friends. Are you able to receive an email from Jenkins saying that your build has been failed? Am I clear? So like this, you can integrate email in Jenkins by using the SMTP details, port number, and then you also know at the job level where you have to provide the email address. Remember, whenever you want to provide an email address at the job level, you have to do it at the post build action. Okay, so at the post build action, you have an email notification. I hope you already have looked at it. In the email notification, you can give a white space separated list, not comma. When you want some multiple emails to be triggered, you can separate it by space so that you get the emails can be delivered to multiple email addresses. Yes, Balaji.
Hi, Sunil.
Yeah.
I just got the password is for the mail ID password, right?
Yes.
And one more thing, the cache also removed to that mail ID itself.
Yes, that is from email address.
Yeah, two address itself both, not for
No, no, not
from address. Because you use it for both same mail ID, right?
I have used for both same email address. Okay. So Balaji, can I have your email address?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah, MALLIKA dot Balaji 1995. Yeah.
Can you check your email once? Let's I will remove my email address here.
Okay.
Okay. Is this the right email address?
Yeah.
Apply, save. You have to do both the settings probably. You have to disable CAPTCHA and allow less notifications. That also should be done probably. Let's try it. Building the job for the third time. Obviously, the third time will fail, isn't it? Balaji,
Yeah.
can you check your email?
Yeah, I got a mail.
You got a mail, right?
Yeah.
So you don't need to do it. Disable CAPTCHA from your end.
Okay.
Okay. Only if from you have from which email address you got it?
Yeah, your mail, Sunil DevOps.
Sunil DevOps. So that configuration we have to do it. I have provided the password of my email address. Sunil DevOps.
From address itself.
From obviously we cannot expect the development team or the other team to they provide their password. Okay, got it?
I got it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil.
Balaji. Anuj.
Hello, Sunil. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
So, Sunil, I have a couple of questions. First,
Yep.
when we have multiple jobs, you may call it a pipeline job, where deployment, testing, production, delivery, multiple cascading jobs are running. If
One
I
job
want-
is triggering the second job or something like that.
Yes, right. That it may be a freestyle that one we have to build another
Okay.
project, or it may be a kind of groovy code
Okay.
where it's all are synchronized. But actually, yes, it is post one, second is initiating.
Okay.
So for either case,
Okay.
so for example, if download is failed, if testing is failed, if deployment is failed, there are different teams taking care of it,
Yes.
responsible for it.
Yes.
I want to trigger a mail to a specific team when that particular specific
No.
job. Is it possible?
This is you are integrating email address to the entire job level.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
In your job, you are performing different stages. That is the code. Okay. Your question is if continuous download fails, then email should be delivered to email A. If
Right.
continuous build fails, then it should go to build team. If test fails,
Yes.
then it should go to test tree. No,
Yep.
you are integrating at a complete entire job level only. Okay. We cannot integrate at individual task level. Okay.
Individual task level.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So in
Okay,
such case,
that's-
if you want to have such a breakup, then option one, you can send by using space, you can send it to multiple email addresses, keep it to all, or
Yeah.
for every
that got-
task, separate a modularize with multiple jobs. That becomes again a complex. Okay.
Right.
So this is how we generally shoot an email to Jenkins. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Next,
Uh,
Anuj. Yes.
yeah.
Anything more?
No, the second point is the same could be integrated with Groovy code as well, right? When we are writing a Groovy code, because
Yes. That's also option is there in the Google Pro.
but
Okay.
that we need to put in a code wise, right? In Groovy code,
Yes,
we are
you are right. You have to do it in the code. Okay. So there are a lot of
Because-
Groovy codes available, which helps you to select the right option in the snippet generator. Okay. So there's the right options in the stages, and then you have a lot of steps using which you can send emails in the pipeline jobs also.
right. So
Anuj.
do we have any example in place or a notepad? If it is
Mm,
possible, just upload it
I'll
in the
share it.
notepad.
I'll share it. Okay.
In the notepad, we can test it out.
Yes. No problem. Okay.
Thank you. Sir.
Next,
Please proceed.
Anuj.
Oh, I'm done.
And we have learned how to trigger the jobs based on the changes done in the source code repository.
Right.
That means when source code
Right.
repository updates, then the job will run. If the source code
Automatically.
repository is not getting updated, job will not run. If
Not
so,
run.
let's say in a day, source code repository is updating 10 times, then the job will run 10 times.
10 times.
sometimes what the client says that irrespective whether the repository gets updated 10 times or 5 times or 4 times, every day at evening 6 o'clock, the job should start executing.
Start.
Okay. They
Right.
don't want frequent intervals. At least we daily once we want it. That's it. More than once it does not make much sense. That means you want to trigger the job periodically. Okay. So not based on the changes done in the source code repository. If you want to build the job periodically, here we have a cron job format, isn't it? Okay. So using the cron job format, you can provide the values according to the values what you provide. The job will trigger periodically. Job will provide periodically. When you want to run the job periodically, you need to provide 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anuj, you know the cron job format?
Right.
The first value refers to minutes.
Minutes.
So minutes can be 0 to 59, not more than that, isn't it?
Right.
Second value refers to hours. It can be 0 to
Hours.
23. Okay.
Right.
Third value refers to days in a month. Obviously, it can be ranging from 1 to 31.
Right.
Fourth value refers to months. It can be definitely ranging from 1 to 12.
Right.
Day of the week can be 0 to 7. So these are the values which are possible to enter. Okay.
Mhm.
For example, you want to run the job daily at 9:30 p.m. Anuj.
Right.
Okay. What is the first value? Minute.
Minutes.
So as you want 9:30, look at 30 is the minute. So I have mentioned it as
30
30.
minutes.
And the second value is hours. As it is 9, I have
Hours.
mentioned it as
9.
21.
21.
Okay. 9:30. How many days in a month? All the days. When you want all the days, mention star.
Star.
How many, on which month you want it? All the months. Mention it as star. All the day of a week, star. So rest of the values
Star.
that means daily at 9:30, the job
9:30
will
PM. Run.
trigger execute. Okay. So what will this value provides?
30 minutes, 9:30.
Uh.
9:30, and that will run only 5 days, Monday to
5
Friday.
days. Let's say weekends they don't want any
One, one.
deliveries to be happen. Okay.
Right.
So 1 to 5. That's how you can specify. Okay, 1 to 5, or if you want only Mondays to be delivered, you can write 1. Okay, it's up to you. Okay.
Mhm.
And this value where you have to provide it in the build periodically option. Okay.
Okay.
So I configure the same job.
We need to fix it first.
Let's fix it.
Sunil, explain it, then I'll ask one more question.
Yeah. Okay, fourth time finally it is successful. And where you should provide the con job format. We have an option of build triggers. Okay.
Right.
And then build periodically. And then here you have to mention the schedule. Same thing explained here. Okay, minutes, hours, days, days of months. You can read this if you want, but the value I'm providing it is this one. Okay, apply.
Right.
Say that's it. Now you don't need to run the job every day at 9:30. The job will execute. So that's how you can. You also now know if a client wants to run the job based on source code repository changes, you can do it, or you want periodically to be executed, you can also do that. Okay, Anuj.
Right.
Yes, your question.
Actually, when in automatic or pipeline kind of job, when every commit happens, the job initiates, right?
Yes,
This is
yes.
what the normal feature.
Yes.
For example, if one job takes 5 minutes of time to complete all the stages, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let's take an example of 10 minutes. The complete process takes 10 minutes and the commit takes only few seconds. So if there are 20 to 30 commits in 5 minutes, what would be the behavior of this? How would we handle all those things? Will be queued up, or we would be seeing errors or something like that? This was just a question that came in my mind. It was nothing related to any doubts.
Okay.
Here the next commit is coming
1 minute.
before the job finish.
Okay, so in such case, whenever a commit has been executed, okay, you can give some additional time for the job to get run. Okay, let's say commit is done at 5 o'clock. You want the job to be executed at 5:05. Okay. Okay, you can give that gap. Okay. Anuj, are you understanding?
Can you repeat?
If a developer
Yes.
commits the source code repository at 5 o'clock,
Mhm.
normally jobs will run at 5 o'clock only, isn't it? Immediately. As we
Right,
know,
right.
as we know, it periodically scans for every 1 minute.
Yep.
It can execute things. Okay. Now,
Right.
what you can do once the commits has been changed, then you can wait. If a developer commits at 5 o'clock, you can make sure that the jobs can run at 5 after 5 minutes. Okay. That means if there
Which-
are any multiple commits with before 5, but still after 5 o'clock, after 5:05, then the latest code which has been uploaded in the GitHub repository that can be pulled. Okay. So that at
Okay.
least like 5 minutes of updates can also be moved on. Okay.
Okay.
So
Got it.
that option is there in the configure Jenkins. Okay, there's something called
Yeah, scanning. I remember you shown us that.
I will tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
so-
got it. I got it.
Okay.
You in the last project you
Yeah,
made
yeah. I hope you understood that. Okay.
it may so we can so that we should give a time that
But
it
but
should wait,
do you think
pick the latest.
no, do you think those many commits will happen practically? Huh? Within a
In,
fraction of
if
1
if
minute?
it is no,
If
sometimes
it is happen, you can handle it this way. Okay.
it's a
Take out
big
adjust.
project. It's a big project, and there are multiple
There are 100 developers
sitting.
parallelly working on it.
Right.
Yeah.
They all
If that can be also handled. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So we have seen email integration, Anuj. Next,
Right.
we have seen how to build the jobs periodically on a specific date and time.
Correct.
Okay. So let's have interaction with others.
One thing that approval part, is it possible
Approval.
for
Yeah, you are right. You are right. That's what the third point is. Okay. I'm coming to that, Anuj. Okay.
Thank you.
Nekwa.
Hi, Sonia. Good morning. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm still sleepy. So, Sonia, we've done freestyle. I know I'm behind with 2 videos. I haven't watched the last 2 videos, but I would like to ask, so far, do you think we can start applying for jobs, or we have to wait? There's something to be added on the freestyle CICD
You have
Jenkins?
to complete the pipeline job also. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
We already have completed the pipeline job. We also have discussed about multi-branch pipeline triggers. All this you have to be familiar with, and then you can apply for the job. Okay.
So if I watch the last 2 videos, I can,
You can.
that means
Last 3
Yes.
videos, not 2, 3 videos.
3 videos. So what are some of the
This is the
bullet
last
points?
day. This is the last day of Jenkins. You have to complete till date so that you can apply for the job.
Okay, perfect. Will it be possible for you to like give us some few bullet points that we can put like on the
All
resume
the
that we-
concepts. Yeah. The resume, we can provide you a sample resumes. Okay. You can pick up the
Okay.
points in the sample resumes and prepare yourself. Okay.
Please, I'll be grateful.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next. Ravindra Reddy. Yes, Ravindra. We cannot hear you. Okay. We cannot hear you, Ravindra. Looks like some issues. Okay, fine. Now, the next thing to be discussed, waiting for approval from the delivery head. So that's a pipeline job. So let's quickly create a pipeline job. Create a new job. Scripted pipeline. It's a pipeline job. Click on OK. pipeline type. I have the code already, which is only thing I need to change the IP addresses probably. Code is ready. That's it. It will perform all the 5 stages. GitHub repository is right. The build command is right. Continuous deployment. I need to move it into the private IP address. Here I have to mention the private IP address of the QA instance. Let me verify whether it's correct or not. One 172.31.0.227. Sorry. And then here I should mention the private IP of the production instance. Okay. So this is the right code. Copy. Updating the existing code. Apply, save. Let's try. Continuous download, continuous build. Passwordless communication, we already have done that. So I think you will not have any issues. Oh, success. And then it should also move to delivery. Success. Successful. All the 5 stages are done. Okay. Naveen, your question, please.
Sir, it's related to the Maven actually. When we install the JDK 1.8, when we set the environmental variables and in path, right, I'm unable to see that multiple packages actually. I'm able to see only individual.
No, that means you are using Windows 7 operating system. Is it? Windows 8 operating system, but you have only one path, but in that path they are separated with a semicolon. Naveen, if you go to path variable, the value will have multiple paths separated with semicolon. Please observe that.
Okay.
Okay. Please check it. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So Anuj, what happening here is all the 5 stages has been completed. That's what should not happen. Your job should complete 4 stages and wait, isn't it?
Right.
So where we have, this is the code which we actually is getting executed, isn't it?
Correct.
One minute. So this is the code. So do you think where we should change the code? The code should complete all the 4 stages. The 4 stages should not be changed. So before getting into stage 5, that means before actually getting
delivery,
the code, that is before the shell command. Here you have to write something so that your job should wait. Okay. So isn't it? So in stage 5, that is in delivery, go to your job, go to configure the job. Pipeline tab, here we are using the code and we have a snippet generator here. I hope you know that.
Right.
There is an option here, wait. Sorry. Wait for the interactive input. Input, wait for the interactive input. Okay, is the option. And then approval, waiting for the approval is the
Right.
message. I have mentioned it here. I have got the code. Now copy this code, and here I am where I am pasting this code in the continuous delivery. That's it. Okay.
Right.
This code is modified. Now I use this code. Now I don't need snippet generator anymore. And I'm updating the code. So only
Right.
one line of statement I have included. That is in
Right.
stage 5.
Right.
Apply, save, trigger the one job one more time.
One, two, three.
Download completed, Anuj.
Right.
Build completed. Deployment completed. Testing. Deployment is success.
Right.
Testing is also
Success.
success. Okay.
Right.
Now keep your mouse on the continuous delivery, waiting for your approval. It is not completed. Look at the seconds are getting increased. 877
Right.
seconds, but still your
Right.
job is not getting
Executed.
completed. When the job
Right.
will, when you click on proceed, then
Proceed.
the application goes live. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So when someone single line of statement, you are able to, I'm clicking on proceed. Okay.
Okay.
When I click on proceed, now it is getting delivered.
Oh, I thought that it would be triggering a mail and approval link over there.
No,
to
no, no,
click and
no,
approve.
no. It is from the dashboard. Okay.
Dashboard only.
You can see it is paused for 39 seconds. Okay. Your job waited for 39 seconds for the approval. Okay. You can also
And-
get that information.
And I hope we can open this Jenkins from our mobile phone as well. This particular link,
Yeah,
if I put
mo-
it
Where do you put it?
in the browser.
If you have installed Jenkins app, mobile app, you're talking
No, we
about.
Is it there?
Yeah, it is there. Jenkins mobile app is there. Okay.
I was not having this
But I'm
question
not
in
sure.
mind when you answered.
It is
Because
there.
if the person who need to approve it, okay. So before
He may be
approving,
at a
he can
remote
check the
location.
logs. Right. He may be remote location.
No,
And
he
we
can
are
check
done.
the logs. Yeah,
can
yeah,
check
no
the-
problem. You can do that. Okay. The user interface is not as easy as like this, but yes, approval can also be done. Okay?
Approval rest. Right. Approve
Yes. Okay. Clear? Clear
Thanks.
about this?
it.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Wakarazam.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I have doubt in multi-branch pipeline.
You have
So,
doubt in multi-branch pipeline. Okay.
Yeah. So once artifact will be generated of every branch, right? Like a master branch, slave branch. So artifact from every branch will be generated, built in the dev instance.
Will update in the.
Dev instance.
Okay.
Artifact will be generated. No? Multiple artifact will be generated. One artifact of
Not say generator, artifact will be created in the dev instances.
multiple artifact according to branch.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
So how that artifact will be integrated and that will be deployed to the production or QA server?
How are you handling multiple artifacts by using star.var? You're not specifying one single artifact as okay. When you're writing star.var, what's happening here? All the artifacts can be picked up and will be deployed into the
Yes, sir.
QA
So
instance. Okay.
how that will integrate? I mean, internally, how that will work?
Your deployment is different, integration is different. Okay. What you are doing is deployment. Integration is not your responsibility.
Okay, so that's
Development, it's
developers.
development team responsibility to, if they want the application to be integrated with some other place, that's handled at the code level completely. Okay, you are responsibility is to not integrate. Your responsibility is deployment. Okay,
Okay.
and we are doing it using Jenkins. Okay, Azam.
Yes, sir. Star star slash star and dot.
Yeah,
var.
yeah, you're right.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So we have discussed extensively everything. We have discussed extensively everything related to Jenkins. This is more than enough. There's nothing more than this. In fact, once you spend some time, once you practice each and every example, you feel more and more confident. You can clearly attend the interviews related to Jenkins. This is what I want to discuss about Jenkins. We have discussed about email integration. We have discussed about approval, and we also have discussed about triggering the jobs based on SCM changes as well as build periodically. Okay. So one more question. So before ending into the concepts, yes, Likita Dama.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, how you got that script, sir? You
How I got to?
that script.
You're talking about this one, input waiting for the approval.
Yeah, everything from above.
All the complete script.
Yeah.
I got it from the day before yesterday's batch session. We have, this is the same script which you have used for pipeline example, right, Nikita?
So, okay.
You are there in when I explained about the pipeline job. The same script I have picked up from the day before
And
yesterday's running
one
logs.
day I got missed the class, sir, due
That
to
is the
the
pipeline job. Okay. So that's the
I
same
got-
old script I have used it. Okay. I have picked up the script from, I think 17th June, 17th, 19th August. I have picked up this script. The script is available in
One
your
day I
notes, the same
got,
script.
yeah, one
Okay.
day I got missed the class, sir. That's why I'm
I
confused.
think you have missed the pipeline job. Okay. Please go
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
recording. Yeah.
Sir,
Thank you.
I want notes, sir, from day one notes.
Anyways, it is there in the Google Drive.
Yeah, I'm not getting the Google Drive path, sir.
Are you getting the recordings?
No, nothing I'm getting.
Did you
I'm
make the
trying
payment?
Yeah, I did payment.
How are you sharing? How are you accessing the Google Drive? So you need to, you need to look at this. You have to log into a Gmail. Okay. Nikita, go to Google Drive.
Okay.
There's an option called shared with me. You have to go to this option. Okay. Nikita,
Okay, sir.
the shared with me, click on this. You'll find this DevOps batch. So you're inside the folder, you'll get it. Okay.
All the recordings, it will be available in the Google Drive,
Inside
sir?
the folder. Yes. We already have mailed you, Nikita. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not getting, sir.
Try now. Okay. You'll get it. If you're not getting, send an email to support.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, then thank you.
Sir.
Subramani. Good evening. How are you doing, Subramani?
Hi, Sunil. Good evening.
Yes.
Doing good. Thank you. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you. Yes, tell me.
Like how to configure email notification for pipeline project, like whatever we did for freestyle project.
Okay. I will share you a supporting document which helps you to configure email notification. That's not at all a problem. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Sunil.
Thank you all. Thank you for joining the session. So we have completed Jenkins tomorrow, where we'll move on to the next tool called as Docker, which is very, very important infrastructure provisioning. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Thank you.